And we are live. Hello. Hey, Troy. How's it? How's it? Hey, how you guys doing, bro? How you doing over there? Choke flooding, choke rain. Hey, Brenda. Hi, how's it? My gosh, I'm noticing something. My eyesight is getting worse. And the new title. All right, there we go. Hey, Sandy. How's it? Let's see. TikTok's camera junk now, too. Oh, man. Yeah, this is a crazy storm. Look at this. I think. Oy, no, what the heck? How do I. Oh my god, no, 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 none of this. It's alright. Hey, Malia, how's it? Hey, Cheryl, how's it? Alright, I'm trying to figure out enhance off. I don't care. Effects. No effects. Ah. Yeah, it's fine. All right, so we'll tell some stories tonight because it's hot. Cheryl, how's it? Aussie, how's it? How you guys all doing? I could turn the light on, I think, if I know how. But yeah, we're good. And I'm gonna turn it around anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and use some equipment because it's dry now, and I can back here anyway. Next week is another storm. Oh no. Oh no. I got stuck out in this one. I had to go to Kahuku today, this morning. Well, theoretically, anyway. I got to Haleiwa and got turned around, so. That was crazy. Let's hope there's not another storm. I want to do yard work again. It's a good excuse not to, but yeah. So I am joined back here by my two friends. Nalu and Bear. Bear. Bear is just chilling under the house. Hey, Uy, how's it? How's it? So we'll see if I can't get this thing to work tonight. How's Big Island? How are you guys over there? Is it crazy there too? Ah, one more. So stupid. Nalu is the one that runs, so Bear is here next to me, just chilling. Oh, there he goes. Now he's excited about something. Bear, what you doing? Bear, what you guys doing? What's going on? Let's see. Around. There we go. That's a little better. Hey, Debbie. Oh yeah. You came here during the rain? Oh no. Looks like I need to take this thing apart. Even new batteries don't work anymore. Hey, how's it? How's it? How's it? Yep, yep. Hope everybody is safe too. I've seen some crazy things, and hey, yeah, I'm not gonna say it. We'll say it again, maybe Bombay, but yeah. Um, this bugger is not. Why are you not working? The battery's backwards? No, batteries are good. As we were landing the governor's state of emergency went out. Oh wow. Then our last. Okay. Oh, then your last week, the first corner hit. Oh wow. Hawaii Island weather, all good. Oh yeah. This is all coming your way tomorrow, I think. Yeah. Yeah. It was surprising to me. So I left the house at like 6 to get to Kahuku at by 7:30. They rerouted me over Waikane side. Actually, Pier side. They rerouted me. Then so I went around the other way, and I got to Dole around there. Actually, I drove by Schofield, and it was blue skies. It was crystal clear. It was like 7:30 maybe 7:15, and it was just crystal clear, blue skies, rainbow. All of that. Ah, wait, hold on. And then hold on. We have messages. Sorry. So I'm like, what's going on? I go over there. I go all the way down near Waimea, and I decided because the road is all like covered in debris, yeah? But there's no water. It's just dirt and like branches and small rocks and that kind of stuff. So I drive over it, and I'm like, then my boss calls and tells me, turn around, you're not going Kahuku today. So I turned around and started driving back up. Took a little break, stopped off on the side, got some gas. It was still blue sky. It was hot outside or getting there. And I'm like, bro, this is so weird. Even the lady at Haleiwa 7-Eleven was like, I thought it was supposed to rain today all day. And then I left, and I saw the wall of water coming from Waianae mountain range. And I'm like, oh, there it is. There was about, I don't know, a foot and a half, 2 feet of water, and it was just a torrential downpour all of a sudden. Like within half an hour, it was like nothing, blue skies, no clouds in the sky, to torrential downpour and a foot and a half or so of water. And I'm like, oh my God, bro, that was crazy. Hey, Jamie, yes, I'm live on YouTube as well. Yeah, YouTube and TikTok. Hey, Scott. I don't know. I wasn't really telling a ghost story, but yeah, yeah. Then we got Mr. Bear. that's extremely comfortable. There. Hey. He's like, yeah, the floor is for peasants. This big guy likes to run away. Thanks, Debbie. I'm glad you got to enjoy the island while you were here. Other boy, what's up, buddy? That's the sound of the Hawaiian rain. Yeah. Hey, Ben, how's it? We've heard enough of that sound of rain. Hey, Jamie. Hey, I might be going to Hawaii Kai soon. I met a I met a cool family in Hawaii Kai. They're awesome. Um, I went to go fix their alarm, and we started talking story, and it took me about an hour, 2 hours to fix their alarm. So I was there for a little while, and the wife started talking to me, and she started talking to me about ghost stories, and I'm like, oh, you talking to the right person, yeah. And found out that she's really into the ghost stories in Hawaii, and she's like, why don't you come to Hawaii Kai to do ghost stories? I'm like, oh, there's nowhere I can go. All the parks I'll get kicked out of because it's nighttime. And she's like, well, there's nowhere for you to go. Why don't you come to my backyard? I'm like, yeah. Hey, Faye, how's it? Where's Matt? Oh my God, I didn't even call Matt. I didn't even text him. I didn't even know I was doing live until a few minutes. Hey, Marianne, we can do some ghost stories tonight. I was thinking about doing some investigating too. We got the spirit box here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll see. Maybe the weather will help it out a little bit. I don't know. I really wanted to go out and see how this weather plays a factor, yeah? I just don't want my equipment to get wet. I'm working on a setup that is rainproof, where you guys can actually hear what I'm saying and not just the sound of the rain. Why would I do what in this weather? Hawaii Kai, over by the elementary school. By I forget what it's called, but I've been there many times too for their alarm. How's Hawaii Kai? Torrential. Let's see. Sorry, it kind of took a lot out of me today driving in all of this traffic, in all of this water. I went to Mapunapuna, and there's that one intersection, yeah? Oh my God. I'm following my coworker, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't look too bad today. When it's high tide, the thing is like a foot deep. So we drove through. Oh, nice. Go out to investigate Coco Head? No, I might be tempted to tell the story. Yeah, I'm glad we got power too. That's definitely a plus. That's cool, Faye. Yeah. Where do you go? I gotta reconnect with you. See where you go fishing. Not the kind Monolua Bay, huh? I mean, I'm pretty sure I won't get kicked out there, but yeah. Coco Head School. That's the one. You see the fish on the corner of Ahua Street? No, I didn't. I didn't get out the car. Any ghost stories from Big Island Hillside? Your parents live near Coco Head? You know what Coco Head is? I love telling this story. It shows you that Hawaiian is not always PG. That actually most countries aren't. It's just America that's founded by Puritans and Quakers, where we can't say body parts on in public, or it's like a big social taboo, right? Oh, do tell, Faye. Green tinged girl you saw in Hawaii Kai? Was that by the lagoon area? Or was that out by the ocean? Because I remember reading a case about the lagoon area, or actually, come to think of it, it was by an elementary school, and I don't know what school was by the lagoon area. So maybe it was Coco Head area. I don't know. But it was very similar to the Green Lady of Wahiwa, who probably got swept out to sea by now with all this rain. Um, but look it up. I won't tell it. Just look it up. Look up Coco Head. Their real name is Kohe Lepe Lepe. There's a old Hawaiian legend. Oh, I'm not too sure where Roy's is, but I'll check that out after. Yeah, that's a story involving Madame Pele and Kamapua'a. Yeah. Then let's see what story to tell. What story to tell? I always tell that one story about the lady at the river back here. I've told that story too many times. Oh, okay. Roy's is across Maunalua Bay. Okay, gotcha. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. I know where that one is now. Hey, aloha cricket. How's it? So, ghost story, ghost story. I guess I can tell. I haven't told, what is this, March now? So, October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months. It's been half a year since I did this. Who's this baby in front of us? This is our big baby, Nalu. Nalu boy. Hey, buddy. He's a big baby. This is the defective ghost hunter. No, Bear. Hi, Bear. Hi, Bear. He's like, I'm not moving. Oh, okay. Hey, buddy. And this guy's like, what's going on? We'll say hello to you too. Hey, buddy. Buddy boy. They're just happy to not be wet. In fact, they dug a hole and ran under the house and came up, walked up these stairs over here, and started knocking on my mom's door back here. My parents. Hey, Hiccups, how's it? I got to be careful about the stories I tell here because this is my own house, yeah. So I don't want to tell too scary of stories because I don't want to invite that to come. But I kind of want to see if there's something else here and get more information on it. So the house I have is protected by by a Hawaiian. We call him the chief. We've called him a chief for a long time. He watches over, he guards, he protects throughout my whole life from the time I was 5 or so. Yeah. This housing area was brand new in 1980s, 87, I think. And so we moved in with first owners, right? Used to be swamp. Apparently, used to be an old fishing village kind of thing, right? So, um, and when we did this, I started seeing things as a 5-year-old kid. I started seeing ghosts or a ghost, but it was kind of strange because at the same time, I saw a few ghosts actually. At the same time, about maybe a year after we had moved in, I think my grandfather had passed away, and he lived right up the street. And so, grandma had given us, Catholic style, right? When you go to the funeral, you have a small cross and a big cross. I know there's a word for it, but I forget. Grandma gave us both of the crosses because our house was haunted. And the big cross hung on the back of the hallway, right? Here's the layout of the house was you got the front door, living room, my sister's room. In the back was my mom's room on the right, my room on the left. Me and my brother would share a room. And right in front of our room was that cross. And even inside of my room was a small cross because I was always very sick. like I couldn't breathe. I was very, very skinny, asthmatic, allergic to everything. Just really, really bad kind. And I would go to church, and mom said that I would at church I would sleep, and just like without any trouble breathing at all. Just I would just crash, and sleep through the whole mass without any trouble breathing. Yes, we all live in my childhood home still. Let's see. I'll flip this around. Give my dog a little bit of privacy. Sorry, my hair's a little bust up. Um, I do. I don't know why TikTok is so dark, but yeah, that's fine. So like, I would see my grandfather. I remember I would see my grandfather walking around our house after he had died. He's this big Hawaiian man too, though, and the other one I would see was also a big Hawaiian man. But my grandfather I knew was him because I would bring beer for him. Apparently, I didn't really even know what I was doing. I was 5 years old, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night, even in the middle of the day sometimes, and mom and dad would catch me bringing beer to the back of the hall and putting it on the ground. I can remember that, and I said that was for Grandpa, right? I didn't know really that that was Grandpa's cross until I got older. But Grandpa wanted the beer, yeah. I haven't seen Matt yet, no. Uy, could you shoot him a text and let him know I'm live and tell him I'm sorry, or I'll tell him when he comes on the live. And so thank you, I guess. Sorry. And so we yeah, it just kept happening. It just kept happening that this warrior. We found out what it was when we were younger. My dad walked us down the street. It's a dead end street, and then turned around, walked us back up. And across the street from my house, there was the house was still under construction, right? And so the construction worker was smoking a cigarette outside, taking his break. And as my dad walked by across the street from our house, he didn't know we had lived there. My dad strikes up a conversation. They talk story a little bit, and then he looks at my dad. He's like, "Oh, you see that house over there?" And he points at our house. He's like, "I kind of feel sorry for whoever lives there." And my dad just laughs. He's like, "Oh, why is that?" He's like, "Oh, when we built that house, we found a human skeleton." Yeah. Um. Sorry, wait. A lot of questions over here. Let me finish the story. They found a human skeleton, and we called in Bishop Museum. They looked at it. It was buried with a shark tooth necklace, right? And the Bishop Museum told them to rebury the skeleton. This was under the sewer line, so I know exactly where it is, right? Like 10 feet or plus down deep, right, but even below the foundation and all of that stuff. And so they reburied him there, and he's still there. And we had thought for a long time, in fact, until I started doing the ghost tours. So as a full-grown adult now and a father, we thought that it was a chief that was causing this chaos and making me sick and all of this stuff. And it wasn't until we had a priest come over, bless the house again and again and again, and it wouldn't get rid of whatever it was. Um, so the priest from St. Anne's at the time recommended we call a kahuna to come and bless the house. So the kahuna, the Hawaiian priest, came over, and he walked right to where the chief was buried, and said, "There's a guy down here that's buried, far below the ground. There's a guy here. His remains are still there, and he wants to know who you guys are, what you guys are doing, why you guys are living there. He wants to know because he's a little upset." But so my mom and dad introduced themselves via the kahuna to the chief, right? And asked permission. We'll live here, we'll take care, um, and we could coexist because of that, right? And from that point on, just I had gotten better a bit, and everything got good. He would still come around though. We would still see him, but he wasn't bad. And I was always taught from a young age that he's a guardian and a protector. Um, when I was a little kid, I remember I didn't really know. This was before I hadn't really known that, and I was still scared of ghosts and skeletons like any other kid is. I might have been like 8, I don't know. But I remember I had a bunk bed and I was on the top bunk, and my feet was facing the entrance, not toward, not with your feet towards the door, but like here's the door and my feet were here, kind of thing. And so I remember I'm hearing somebody walking around the living room in the middle of the night, and my dad's a flight attendant, so he's gone. Oh, thank you for the heart me. So my dad's a flight attendant. He's gone. He's in Japan, and it's just my mom and the 3 kids home, and I'm hearing somebody that sounds like an adult walking around back and forth from the living room to the kitchen, and so of course in my head it's a skeleton, it's a ghost, and I get scared, and I'm lying in bed, and I finally work up enough courage to run across the hallway and jump in bed with mom. And we lie in bed. She wakes up and she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "There's a ghost. There's a ghost." She's like, "Oh, that's not a ghost. What's wrong with you?" And then we're listening to the sound of somebody walking back and forth across the hallway. Now, as I turned and as I ran across the hallway, I looked and I saw something white, just brief second, and then I ran into the bed and jumped. I'm like, "There's a ghost. There's a ghost." And she was kind of scared because she thought somebody had broken into the house. This was before we really locked our doors and stuff at night, right? So she thought somebody had come into the house. And we didn't have a phone in the room, right? The phone was in the living room. So she's trying to think of what to do. And then we hear the refrigerator open, followed by a sound of a can opening, right? And it was like, then my mom looks at me, she's like, "What the?" She's like, "That's not a ghost." No, she's like, "That's not a ghost. That's your grandpa. Go back to sleep." I'm like, "What do you mean? That's my grandpa. That's grandpa." She's like, "That's grandpa. Grandpa. What kind of a robber breaks into your refrigerator, and starts drinking beer or whatever?" I think they only had beer in there. So yeah, the next morning we woke up and there was a whole bunch of beer cans empty on the counter. So we blamed it on grandpa. Yeah. Grandpa Kimo. Yeah, Nalu, you heard that too. Nalu is a good dog. He hears something and he's just boom, hyper focused. Good boy. Good boy. When we were okay, growing up, yes, the Green Lady of Wahiwa, who's flooded right now. My sister had told us the story that she had a couple friends sleep over in the living room, and maybe about 10 o'clock at night, they might have been 5th grade, 6th grade. She was still in elementary school, and the door was open, right? And all of a sudden, everybody looks out at the door, the screen door, and there was a man standing at the screen door, just filling the entire door frame. This huge man, just like facing the door, looking at them, just watching them. And they're all frozen, staring at this big silhouette of a man. And then the silhouette turns around and walks away. He walks down the stairs where there's a big window in the front of on the bottom of the stairs, and nothing comes off from there. Anybody walks down the stairs, you see them walking down, you see them walking up, but nobody came. Yeah, and we were told that was the chief, so it wasn't really that scary. It was like the chief is there. He's just watching over us, kind of thing, right? Drinking beer with my buddies one night. We're in the garage, and we had like little tiki torches, I think, or something like that. We had some kind of light that cast a shadow, and we're all sitting down. And as we're all sitting down, just chilling, right next to us is a closet, yeah. And so we see this big man shadow just walk across the closet slowly, look like a large man, and we're looking at each other like, wait, nobody cast that shadow. We're all sitting down, and my friends got all scared, and I'm like, nah, it's fine. Hey, Sean, how's it? So yeah, that's the house I grew up at. That's kind of how I was raised, not to be afraid of ghosts. There are ones you'd be afraid of, but I mean, why would you choose to be afraid of anything? You're afraid of something, you give it its power. You give it your power. It has control over you, right? Yeah. There's been times I was afraid, like 2 weeks ago. I'll tell you guys, that was scary. And I'm sorry if you guys watched that live 2 weeks ago, because like I'm pretty sure I cussed a bit. Hey, how's it? How's it? Um, Matt lives right up the road from me, but I can't call him right now because I can only find two of my phones, and I'm on live on both of them. But yeah, I don't know. I hope Matt's doing good. But that's kind of how I grew up this way. Just yeah, ghosts are real. Yeah, they're always there. But like I didn't know what that was, and I don't like it when they get close to me. And if I'm in a group, I feel a lot better. But when I'm by myself, I don't know. I was with this little dog here, bear. Bear, come here. Bear, hey, look at this little punk. He's like, I'm not moving. He's comfortable, and he's like literally just not moving. Yeah, Bear? Bear, I see your eyes are open. Bear. Hey. Hi. This guy is a defective ghost hunter. Ghost hunting, a piece of ghost hunting equipment. He's a good boy, though. He's a good boy, I believe. Yeah. I love to bring this guy out, but he is gargantuan. Oh, okay. Bear's like, I found a pillow. I'm chilling. No bottom me. This guy. Even his eyes just say it all, yeah. Meanwhile, this guy is just hyper vigilant over here. He's like, I heard the rain. What's going on? Nalu, good boy. Good boy. Oh, now you're gonna join your brother, huh? He's like, look, I'm a good boy too. He's like, okay, nobody's there. Back to my pillow. Oh, Simon Night. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what I found out worked good? We get plenty packets of hot sauce from Taco Bell. Stick 3 of those buggers inside the Simon. Oh, man. That's good. Sorry. Yeah, I just found that out last night. I'm like, we're not using those things for anything, so why not? Animal communicator medium was sharing some insights she learned from a cat in spirit. Intriguing take on contracts. Interesting. So, let's see. Let's try the spirit box. Um, do you guys have any questions? Let me know. When I'm not telling a story, I can definitely answer them. Man, this weather is just Kaneohe. I never thought I'd say Kaneohe is not that bad, but oh my God, downtown was just Jesus. Phew. It was crazy. It's like I drive over H3 with the hazard lights on, you know. You know what? I got two dogs here, so if anything does happen or come, my dogs will know. All right, so we're gonna do the spirit box. We're gonna see what goes on. First thing I will say is pick a number between 1 and 4. So I'm telling the spirits here to choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm gonna turn the camera back. Um, nah, I'm not. Oh yeah, North Shore is all bus up. Bus fire on H3. Oh no, I didn't see that at all. Oh my goodness. Hey Mint, how's it? So yeah, we'll do the spirit box. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Just hi.
Hi. B is not an option. Bear just took off. Bear. No, I didn't see that one. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Hey Scott, how's it? I don't know if they're hearing these voices. Let's see. I'm gonna turn it off and see if they reset. They probably heard. I'm thinking maybe they heard the voice of the spirit box and they were just like, oh, "What's going on?" I think they're alert because they heard a different voice that wasn't mine. No, but like, it's coming from here, you know. Okay, I turned it off, and Bear is just chilling now. Oh, this guy is at attention. Bruh, how come you never did this the other week, you dummy? Oh. Okay, I'll go listen now. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I heard 5. No, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Oh, it's Auntie Jen. Hey, how's it? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Scott. Your roof blew off. Oh, man. All right. I need to hear 1, 2, 3, or 4, or all. All right, let's gonna leave this on for background noise for a bit. So I'm just gonna listen to see. There's a couple things. Let's see if it'll get my attention, but we'll just leave it on for now. You heard a female voice say 1, 2, 3? I didn't hear. I heard 2. All right. Is there anybody that would like to come and talk? Can you tell me your name? So was it 2? Only 2? I don't know. Say 2 again if you went on 2. Dog. And then it said Jen. Yeah. Just to let you know, that's not the spirit I'm trying to talk to here. I'd like to talk to the girl.
No.
There's man, I wish I had another kind of equipment over here with me. There's there's I was told twice that there is a little girl in our house, and that was just kind of recent, like since I did the ghost stuff, right? I guess it's not a recent. I've been doing this for like almost 20 years, 18 years professionally, but yeah. So I brought I dropped off my car and texted my friend Nikki, and she came down. She came over, picked me up, and we went cruising and hanging out. And then she dropped me off at home. And we went to back a haiku. We checked out a waterfall, just talk story. And she dropped me off at home. First time she was here, and she's like, "Joe, can I look around?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." She's like, and she keeps looking on the side of the house. She's like, "There's a little girl over there." I'm like, "A little girl?" Hey, kiddos. Another reason I don't want to get it too intense is the children's room. I'm gonna turn this off for a minute. It's getting distracted. So she said there was a little girl here, and I'm like, "There's a little girl." She's like, "Yeah, there's a little girl here," and I'm like, "I've lived here for like almost my whole life, and I didn't know about any little girl." And I'm like, "All right, I'll take it with a grain of salt. She's a psychic. Am I a ghost hunter? I guess you can say that. I'm a storyteller, and I like to tell stories to ghosts. Because the ghosts are my ancestors, and yeah, all of that stuff. So like, we yeah, so I just took her word for it. And she described the girl, and she said the girl was young. Um, and she's like this little local girl, not Hawaiian, but local girl. Like just a local girl. Like, she's wearing like a palaka print dress, I think. And I'm like, all right, that's interesting. And then about a year later, maybe 2 years, my friend Laureen, she can astro travel. She asked just kind of randomly, we're talking about it, and she was like, "Oh, well, I was asking her about astro travel because I didn't really believe in her. I was kind of skeptical, and a lot of people have told me when I did the tours that they're this and they're that. I'm like, that's fine. I'm not skeptical like you're a liar. I don't believe you. I'm skeptical like, okay, I understand that you think you have a gift, but maybe it's not what you think it is. The story she would tell me was amazing. She would astro travel to places, and she'd be invited by spirits and all of that, right? And they would tell her this and tell her that. And it was really fascinating. So I told her to come to my house one day. Hey, bud. I told her to come to my house one day, out of body, and check it out. So she said that she needed my address because she's not omnipotent. So I gave her my address. Oh, okay. Well, the kids are all three of them are together in rough housing. Sorry. So I gave her my address. She said she needed to Google Earth it and stuff and find how to get there out of body and stuff. And I'm thinking, oh, but you're supposed to have this mystical gift. You're supposed to know, right? She's like, it doesn't work like that, Joe. I need to know where I'm going. It's not magical. So I gave her permission, and then I think it was maybe 2 or 3 days later, she calls me back. She's like, so I finally got to your house. She's like, every time I try to astro travel, I fall asleep. So this time I was awake and I was at your house and I remembered it. And so she went on and described where I live. She described the layout of my house. She described the room that had a lot of my energy in it, but I didn't live there anymore, kind of thing. No, wait, at the time I still lived there. Yeah. The back room. And she told me where the couch was in the living room, how everything is situated. And I'm like, oh, wow. She's like, yeah, but when I got there, Joe, there was this big Hawaiian guy that was very protective. And he asked me, what am I doing there? And it's like, oh, I was invited to come here. And so she went in the house and she said she sat down on the couch and checked things out. And the whole time this big Hawaiian man was watching her, And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And she said, yeah. And then there's a little girl. And I'm like, little girl? She's like, yeah, there's a little girl, maybe 8 years old. This little pretty local girl, and she thinks that she lives with you guys. That she thinks that she's part of your family. And I'm like, well, there's that little girl again. You know what I mean? And they don't even know each other. But she describes the girl the same way. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And so back here, I believe there is a little girl, and the chief kind of protects her as well. And she comes here, and she thinks I'm her dad. And my brother, my kids are are her siblings, and all of that stuff. And it's really cool. Um, During COVID, my daughter would be in her room doing the school thing with her headphones on, and she'd say something would like a few times like something would try to not knock on the door, but like jiggle the door handle. She thought it was the wind, yeah, but then the door handle starts turning by itself, and so she opens it up and there's nobody there. This is daytime. And other times she'll be on the Zoom call for school, and something starts playing with her hair. She can feel like fingers running through her hair, you know, and she thinks that it's a little girl. And so it's like, all right, there's a little girl, and I raise my kids to the point where my daughter, she's not afraid of that. And so yeah, we have a little girl here too. I guess I'll tell a faster story, a quicker version of the thing that happened because it kind of plays into it. Um, there's a lady here too, but the lady, okay, so what I was told by a couple mediums, because I'm friends with them. I don't go to get their readings or anything, and they're like, there's a lady here, and she's kind of upset with you because you forgot about her. And I'm racking my brain, and I'm like, I don't know who I forgot about. She's like, there's this other. I don't. We can try to find her name. I think me and my daughter, we did a live a few years ago on Facebook, and we tried to find her name. We did get her name, but then there was this strong male presence that kind of blocked her. You know, I was getting the story wrong, so maybe I will get the story right this time, and we'll be allowed to speak to her. But the woman, anyway, is at the river. She can't come into the yard because the yard is protected, right? Yeah. And so, long story short, there was a night where my girlfriend had come down. We had gotten drunk, gotten into a fight, an argument, and she disappeared. And I'm like, it's New Year's Eve. There's lights everywhere with all the fireworks going off and loud noises and smoke and all that. And I'm walking around looking for her, and I can't find her. I get to the backyard where the river is, and the river is about a good, I don't know, 30 feet down maybe. Yeah, about 30 feet down. And I hear her sobbing at the river's edge. And I hear her sobbing, echoing in the river. And I'm like, oh my God, freaking drama queen. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? And so I'm calling her name from the backyard, and I'm like, what the hell? Well, what are you doing? And it just didn't stop crying, didn't stop crying. And so I'm like, frick. I gotta go walk through the California grass, get my slippers, get my feet all muddy. I remember it was drizzling a little bit too, yeah? It was raining, it was all wet. So I walked back over there, all the way down, and it's all covered in California grass, so it's all pokey and itchy and all that. And she's all the way down on like where the river flows all the way down. There's this big rock embankment in the river, and it ends at the edge before it just kind of dips off and goes down. And there's no rocks after that. It's all underwater. And I see her like kneeling at the end of. She's kneeling at the end of the where all the rocks are. There was no California grass, and I could see in the lights whenever somebody would light a firework, which was like 3 or 4 times a second, I could see her kneeling down on the rocks towards the river with her back towards me, crying with her face in her hands, and I'm just kind of like getting a little irritated. And I'm like, bro, what the hell, bro? Why are you crying? Come on, knock it off. And I'm walking down over there, and I'm fighting the California grass, and I lose my slipper inside the mud. And all of a sudden, I'm like maybe a few feet away from her, like 10 feet or so away from her. And I hear my name being called from the house. And I turn around, and I'm like, what? And it's my girlfriend standing at the edge of the gate looking at me saying, like, what the hell are you doing at the river, Joe? The hell's wrong with you? What the hell are you doing down there? I'm like, wait, weren't you down here? And she's like, no, I've been up here the whole time. What the hell? And I'm like, still like 10 feet away from this thing that's crying. I turn around and I look and there's nobody there. There's no crying. There's nothing, you know? And I come back up just slightly confused. But then my mom, I told that to my mom, and my mom said that there was a time or a few times where she could remember hearing a lady cry, and it sounded like these racking sobs, yeah. And it was so bad a few times that, like, I mean, she came out of the house the next morning, and my auntie next door came out of the house too at the same time, and they just kind of looked at each other, and she's like, "Did you hear that last night?" And my neighbor's like, my auntie's like, "Yeah, you heard that too?" She's like, "Yeah, what do you think that is?" She's like, "Must be birds, yeah." My mom's like, "Yeah, it's just birds. I know birds, they can sound like babies crying, but the racking sobs that I heard, I don't, I mean, if a bird can make that noise, that's terrifying, you know?" But yeah, that's another part of the story as well, I think. There is a lady down at the river, and how I connected it was she's crying because she misses her baby, her daughter. She may have done something bad to the daughter, and maybe when I was little, and I don't really remember, I would, she would come over and talk and that kind of stuff and hang out or what, I don't know, whatever it was. I used to play at the river a lot when I was a kid, a lot, like every day after school kind, you know. Yeah, oh, that was Michael. That wasn't Matt. Sorry, BB. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm trying to see if that young girl can come back. I'm pretty sure though that like if Makamai, I don't know, Makamai is like 18 almost. So when Makamai was a little, like she must have been 10. Really? That was that long ago? I've been doing these lives for a long time, huh? 10 or 11. She came over and talked to her. This is about the same time we had the haunted doll. Yeah. I wonder the same thing, Jamie. Could the little girl be from a miscarriage and she appears as an older child? I don't. That's a very good question. Um, I don't. So my mom had three miscarriages, but they're all boys. Two of them were like 3 months apart. She got pregnant 3 months pregnant, kind of a deal. And maybe, I don't want to go down that route because I've had that kind of hits a weird spot for me because I've had a case where the ghost that was haunting the person and harassing them kept playing the sympathy card where this ghost was there to literally harass them, possess them, attack them, latch on to the little daughter. And she wouldn't get rid of the ghost because the ghost said that it was her stillborn baby. Just, I don't like those kind of spirits, you know. I know they can come back, but it just reminds me of that. That was just peel out to me. For some reason, she had a picture of her. What's that called when you take the baby picture in the stomach? You know what it is? That little black and white thing, look like a peanut. No, not ultrasound. Yeah, that's what it is. She had that in her wallet, like years after the stillbirth, and it was like pulled out of her wallet. Yeah, ultrasound. And so that's just, yeah, that was a bad case. That was the one where the house burned down. Where the daughter would write back. No, something would write in the daughter's handwriting the name backwards. Like the handwriting was exactly like the daughter's on the ground, but it was just backwards. I hope they're doing good too. Like they kept it there, and I went to check it out. This is over Wahila side, and I looked down, and I'm like, yeah. They said that they left the house, and there was nothing there. They didn't notice anything. But as soon as they came back in the house from dinner, they went out. It was written on a few of the tiles of the kitchen on the ground, and they started erasing it, but they decided to keep one to show me. Yeah. Ugh. That's why when it comes to that kind of stuff, I get a little bit, ugh. I get that icky feeling where it's like, if they're around you, they're guardian angels, you know. They're not earthbound spirits that are trapped here and that kind of stuff. It sounds to me like this girl might be trapped here. I'm not too sure, but she doesn't seem very unhappy. But I think that she's part of the haunting of the lady, and like she won't cross over until the lady crosses over, kind of thing. I don't know. It's just, yeah. So with that said, I'd like to know if the lady, actually, I'd like to know if the young girl can come by. So I'm going to ask, I'm going to turn the spirit box back on, and I'm going to ask for her name. And because this thing does a lot of random things, I would like you to say her name at least twice, just as a confirmation that it's her name. Yeah. I'm going to turn the camera back around here because TikTok is scolding me. They're like, your camera's not moving. Nothing's moving in your camera. You're one of those guys that stream live going to sleep, aren't you? All right. You know what? We got this even better. We'll try this first. And if we get positive from this, we'll consider using the spirit box. So maybe the young girl is that woman's daughter. That girl doesn't want to cross over until that lady crosses over. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, like that. All the kids in the house, she must have, yeah, exactly. And there's been kids in this house for 20-something years. Maybe that's why. Maybe she came when my son or my daughter were little, yeah. It's kind of funny. I would always see the chief as like adopting her. Yeah. You know, look at this. You know, I'll just call out the answers, but yeah, here. This little guy, bro. Jeez. There we go. All right. Show me yes. Show me no. Point to my house. Point to the house. Okay. Point to the river. Okay. It's working. Um, could I speak to the little girl that lives here? Could she come over here? Could she come and hang out for a little while? No. Is she still here? Does she still live in this house? Yes. Is she playing with the kids right now? Yes. Could she come back here and tell me her name real fast? Okay. I don't know what you're saying. Can you guys hear this? Hey, Triple Gardenia, how's it? There's mosquitoes back here. I'm getting all bitten up over here. Um, Let me know when she comes back, when she's here, and can you point to her? Can you point to the young girl? Tell me where she is. She's in front of me. Hi, honey. If I turn on the spirit box, is it gonna scare you? Would you like me to guess your name? I don't know what this is. If I use the spirit box, will you tell me what your name is? The spirit box is just some noise. I don't know what this is. What is this? All right, is she still here? Let me know. Is your guardian here with you? Yes. Got that bugger. Oh my God, there's like 50 of them over here. All right, we're gonna try this. Okay. You know what? This is working right now. We'll continue with this. Are you Hawaiian? Pretty soon I'm gonna channel the ghosts of these mosquitoes, bro. I'm telling you. Are you Hawaiian? Yes. Are you only Hawaiian? I don't know what this is. Okay, well, you're gonna get fancy. No. No, and you're pointing to me. Okay. You're mixed. Yes. Yeah? Are you mixed? Okay. She's mixed. Are you 8 years old? Do you know how old you are? No. Do you remember the last birthday that you had? Yes. On the last birthday you had, did you turn 7 years old? Yes. Did you turn 6 years old? No. Did you turn 8 years old? No. Did you turn 7 years old? You're moving. No. Did you turn 9 years old? I'm sorry if I'm irritating. Did you turn 7 years old? Yes. Okay, so she's 7. Are you happy? Is your mom with you? Is your dad with you? Is there a man that protects you? I'm not sure what this is. Are you are you with us? Do you think I'm your dad? No. Am I your uncle? Is Daddy David your dad? Is Daddy David your dad? So my brother is David. My brother's David, and he is the dad of the twins. So I used to be her dad, but now, because the twins live here full time, those are her siblings, and my brother is now her dad. Huh. Just saw some lightning. Cool. Neat how you can read those things. Hey, Hawaii 73. So this is how I read them. When they're straight like this, okay, watch. See, I'm holding it and these things turn, yeah? But I can't make them turn. It's like, look, see? So it spins. And so I just hold them. And I ask them to show me what yes looks like. And it shows me parallel. And I say, show me what no looks like. Crisscross. Yep. So that's how I can read them. Let's see. Brah. Sorry. So yeah, that's kind of how they work. That suggests to me that she doesn't carry many memories, short-term memories. Um, Let me ask you this: is Makama your sister? Is La'i your sister? Here's a tricky one. Is Makana your brother? Is Michael your brother? Is Michael your cousin? Is Nalu your dog? Is Bear your dog? Nope. Is Ulu your brother? Ulu's not your brother. You only want a sister. Come to think of it, she's never really appeared to any guys. She's always just kind of wanted a sister. No, I'm her uncle. She's happy. Do you remember your mother? I don't know what this is. It's an L. Do you remember your mother? Weird, weird. This is weird. I'm getting here. The energy is kind of strange. Um, do you know who the woman in the river is? I don't know what this means either. Do you know who the woman in the river is? Can you remember her? She cries. Do you hear her crying? Are you being blocked right now? Do you remember your name? All right. I feel like doing this kind of stuff is like being a therapist for ghosts. And I don't know how to proceed with this. Need to cleanse them too every so often. Oh yeah, it's a good question, Amy. Sorry, I can't really read this. If they tilt in a certain direction though. Let's see. I'm gonna try to make it go yes. Okay. No. Show me no. I'm gonna say show me no, but I'm gonna try to make it turn yes. Show me no. I guess I can. Wait, let's see. Wait, there's yes. And it's fake. Give me go no. Okay. So I can if I move my hands a certain way. I can also control it with my mind. Like watch this. Is my name Joe? Is my name Joe? Is my name Joe? All I have to do is repeat the word no in my head and it will change. Yeah, is the girl still here? The answer started to change a little. Yeah. The energy is still kind of strange. I could tilt them up. And it can smack me in the face like that too. Is this easier for you? So, what I'm trying to do more is focus on the question instead of trying to influence it. I'm trying to listen instead of influence, right? That's kind of how this thing works. It's kind of like how I do with the spirit box. You saw Menehuni on Big Island. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, try not to poke your eye. I'll try. Um, do you guys remember? Probably a few of you remember when we were at Judd Trail a few years ago, and my sister came through. It was a few months after she had passed, about 6 months maybe. And these things, I don't even remember what happened, but they started just going crazy. Like they started doing like this, like vibrating or something. I remember it was it. They no, it was the pendulum. The pendulum started like hopping up and down. That's kind of the same way the pendulum will go back and forth or left and right. It was not an awesome experience in Kealakeakua. Oh wow, maybe it wasn't a Menehuni. Hmm. All right, young lady, are you still here? Okay, is somebody else is here? Do you wait? Somebody who is here? Do Do you know her? Can you answer the questions for her? All right, we'll just let it freely spin, do whatever it wants. Can you answer the questions for her? Some of them. Well, here's the question. Did she go to Puahala Elementary? If this is an I don't know, this is literally I don't know. Did she go to school at all? Did she go to an elementary school? I don't know what that is. Did she go to a high school? Nope. Yeah. The question I have now. Now, the questions that I had seen many pictures of them, but only one of them matched what I had seen. Hmm, interesting. We have a lot of other spirits. We have the Lapu that are often mistaken to be Menehune too, from time to time. Pendulum did that, yes. Yeah, the pendulum was that. That was cool. Um, okay, well, thank you for answering my questions. Go and play with your brother and sister. I don't want to talk to the lady in the river, but I would like a spirit that has the answers or that can communicate. Give me as much information as you can. The lady in the river says that she knows me. Does she, in fact, know me? Don't point to the river. Yes or no? Does the lady, does the lady there, in fact, know me? I don't know what this is. One is pointing straight ahead. One is pointing to the left. Okay. We'll start off with a very basic question. Is there a lady? Is there a lady in the river? I'm moving it forward so it doesn't whack me when it goes around. Is there a lady in the river back there in the stream? Why are you acting all porgy now? Try to make it up a little bit. The lady in the river that cries. Is it in fact a lady that cries at the river sometimes? Is it birds? Are they birds that make the sound of a lady crying? You're just not answering any of my questions. Is the lady down there right now listening to me? Can you point somewhere else, please? Not at the river. Oh, I felt that moving in my hand. That was weird. Hey, left hand. Could you point to the house? My dogs are just chilling. They're both out cold, so I'm not worried. Bruh. You were up. I put you up. Stay up. Stay up. Okay, point to the river. All right, it does that. Point to the house. Point to my house. Point to my room. This is okay. It's not listening to me anymore. Are you done talking for the night with these? Yes. All right. Pendulum, yeah. Yeah. The girl's not here anymore. This is a different energy. This is something that doesn't want me digging into this stuff. Well, I would like to understand. Um, I want to know my connection to her. Can you give me a word or something?
Them.
Them. There more than one? How many? A lot?
Some. One. Dog. You.
Dog again.
Four.
Make what eyes? Sorry. I don't know. I made eyes.
Four.
I would like to learn about
Here.
the lady at the river. Is there something wrong with that? Stop, stop.
Wait.
Can you tell me why?
There.
You know, it's not yours.
No. Just
Okay. Can you tell me why I shouldn't look into this?
Fade. No. I must not. Damn. Get out. And then.
Who am I talking? Who's coming by and telling me this? Do you have a name?
God.
God. God. Okay, we'll turn you off. Well, no, these are my the rod's my eyes been white. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice that. Usually when I do that kind of stuff, I try to concentrate. But I guess you guys don't really see me. So I asked, yeah, like, who are you that doesn't want me to have this? It's like God. Like, all right, that's a good question. Maybe I'm feeling like I shouldn't look into it either. Not right now, anyway. I could have done that if I went last week because nobody was home but me and my oldest. You know, right now though, there's kids that sleep back here, so yeah. I'm thinking that I was, I was trying to. I think what you're talking about is when I was quiet, you saw my eyes turn white. Yeah, I was trying to concentrate and see what I could channel and what I could make a connection with. And then I was trying to get them to listen to me. Like I showed you before, I can make them say yes and no. I tried to make them say yes and then no, but they wouldn't. They wouldn't listen to me anymore. So I figured that it's a good time to knock it off, to turn it off. Because something is definitely telling me, do not play with this right now. So yeah. I'm a little stupid when it comes to listening to my guides, so I've been told many times to listen to my guides. And I'll tell you right now, these are my guides because yeah, I gotta learn to listen to them. Bad stuff is not allowed to come by, and if they're bad, then wouldn't they want me to dig into this, right? It's like I would always say before is when you go and you hear something and try to scare you away, right? When you hear noises and you hear a tree fall and you hear creaking and you hear footsteps, sometimes are they the good ones or the bad ones? Don't the bad ones? So this, when they try to make you run away scared, is what I'm saying. When you go to a haunted place and you run away scared, do the bad ghosts really want you to leave, or do they want you to stay? Right? I think they want you to stay. Yes, they are patient. I think it's the good ghosts that try to scare you away. The good ghosts are the ones that want you to leave for self-preservation. It's the bad ghosts that want you to stay to continue to drain your energy, right? So yeah. I think a lot of my guides, they like going out and cruising around and seeing where I'm going to end up, kind of thing. So I'm okay with that. And my Nalu's over there just crashed out, and Bear's over here just crashed out. But yeah, let me turn this light off. I'm tired of being blind for right now. There you go. I really wish that my lights worked. I just stuck new batteries inside them too, and they don't like work. Hold on. Hold on. We'll go back to troubleshooting. It is in the on position now. On. Let's play with the wires. No. None of these. You guys have any questions? Hey Keith, how's it? Don't worry, bro. I wasn't gonna go live, but I decided I got a backyard, might as well use it, right? Uh, yeah. Sorry, I don't really want to do scary stories here. I don't want to attract that kind of negative energy. I can do, yeah, I can do my Ulu Po. I haven't done that story for a while. It's a bummer that I can't go to Ulu Po Heiau anymore. It's kind of like closed off, yeah. And I want to respect it just simply because too many people, there's too many people that I cannot sneak into these places. And they make the rule because there's a lot of houseless people that moved in, yeah. And living at a ancient Hawaiian temple that's over 1,000 years old is kind of no good, yeah. So, hey, Alucard, how's it? Hey, I can see this guy, I think. Yeah. How's everyone handling the storm? Good. I think I can live the rest of my life without hearing the words Kona Lo again. Ever again. I know I've become an old man because first thing I do when I wake up is check the weather and the traffic now. Thankfully, we still have power, so that's good. But yeah, Ulu Poheiao. Yeah, maybe it's even for next week. The remaining road out of Wailua. Oh, do you have a show tomorrow? What school, Keith? Yeah, these aren't touching. They're still good. This is not the point. Yeah, I think it's in here. I'm gonna get my meter out later and meter it. I'll take the batteries out for now. What was that? That's right. I'm not gonna look. No need. Washington Middle School. Okay. 10 to 5. Yeah, if you're on the island of Oahu, Washington Middle School, 10 to 5, we'll have a gem show. Sorry, I don't really do social media very much. Joe Jones, baby crying. You guys hearing a baby cry? I'm not hearing a baby cry. Actually, let me talk about the other week. Oh, man. By the way, if you guys want to pull highlights or out of the video and send them to me or the timestamps, that would be awesome. Because 2 weeks ago, that was a crazy night. We had noises, we had footsteps, we had all kinds of stuff. That was just insane, man. It got my blood pumping for sure. And it was a good way to test because I've been trying to learn how to protect better, yeah. Myself, anyway. Free parking, free admission. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if we're going to leave the house, though, Keith. But if we do, I'll definitely come by. 10 to 5, huh? That's on the other side of the island. I'm kind of in the homebody state of mode right now. Maybe I'll bring the 3 kids again, but yeah. Yeah, that's when I had Bear and I did the hike. That was kind of intense. And then apparently I didn't even remember where I parked, yeah. Because then I thought my car got stolen. We're getting ready to move dirt here, and the guy who originally demolished the arson house is going to do all the rebirth earthwork. Okay, the energy here is crazy right now. Well, that's good. Definitely go bless the house. If I was up there, am I going to get the chance to be up there? I'll be in Washington. I'll be in Washington in August. I'll come over and do a blessing myself if you want, Jen. Oh, okay. Good, good, good. Polly had all the landslides today. Oh, I was afraid of that. Bro, I was a little worried. I don't remember parking there. I remember I drove not too far away because I knew where I was going and I didn't want to walk. But then apparently I drove a lot further than I thought I did. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh, it's by Tahoe. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll see. But I don't know. Oh, yeah, it should be a few months. It's fine. My job is slammed right now, so. Don't think we can take days off in the foreseeable future. With all the power outage and all the rain and all that, it's just crazy. Oh, thank you for all the likes. 10,000 likes on TikTok. Awesome. Mahalo. That's cool. That's crazy. The water levels are just nuts. Ugh. Too much water. Kanioi, we no more nothing. It's boring over here. Yeah. That would be awesome. I'll let you know if I can afford to take off. Also in Washington, I hope to meet up with with Mama Jana, one of my good friends. Yeah, that's a good point, Keith. I didn't think it was time for an energetic cleansing. Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's a good thing to remember. I had not considered that. I notice whenever we get the kind hurricane threats, everything gets, everything, all the energy just goes crazy. And then it feels clearer. Like all that bad stuff is just like uprooted and just dispersed. You like come. I haven't been to Washington in a long time. Should be fun. Maybe I'll do a ghost tour. You get the underground, yeah? The underground ghost tour. But maybe I'll check that out. I hope to. My cousin is getting married though, so I have to remember I'm there for him, not for ghost hunting. You know, I don't want to forget that I'm a human too, and I have family, and I have to love and support them too, and not just go ghost hunting all the time. You know, it's easy to do that, especially when I go to a new area. It's like, yeah, ghost hunting, ghost hunting. No, that was Big Island. Everybody wanted to hang out and do nothing, and I'm like, nah, we're gonna be driving about 600 miles this weekend. You know. All right, we're gonna close it off tonight. Actually, no, one more story. What you guys doing over there? Yeah. Bear, leave that alone. Not you, Nalu. Bear. Oh, what's going on? So, any spirits that came around, you need to leave. Yeah, you need to hele, get out of here. If you were not here to begin with, any spirits that may have conjured, leave. You're not welcome to come here. Yeah, Nalu, tell your friend goodbye. Bear, go join your brother. Guard the house, you punk. He just curled up again into the pillow. Yeah, good Nalu boy. We'll save that ghost story for later. I'm getting tired. What a day, what a day. But yeah, hey guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the support. You guys stay dry, stay safe out there. I know I get my guardian out over here, Nalu. I don't know. You get Bear over here, they're just doing nothing except falling asleep. Bear. Nope, not even moving. Little punk. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Yep, hold on. There we go. Man, I would love to go live and just because this is like. Oh yeah, I'll tell one more story because might as well, yeah. I will, Jen. Yeah, I will. I'll tell me tonight. This reminds me of Judd Trail. I miss that place. In a few months, I'll be able to go back. I'm gonna switch back to T-Mobile. I'm not too happy with AT&T. I like some of the people, but not really the reception. But it reminds me of the time at Judd when we were with I was with Corey and Guy, Jello, Pokey, and another guy and a lady. And so we had gone and it was pouring rain, just pouring, absolute, just cats and dogs. And we had activity, like mean kind of activity. I was in my van. I put all the seats down. Me and Guy were sitting in the van. In the back, we were using the spirit box, the radio one. And Corey and the other guy were hanging out. We popped the trunk up, right, and lifted it up, and they were just kind of standing under the trunk, talking stories, staying dry, and it was torrential, yeah. So like Jello and Pokey went down the trail in the rain to go do their recording and stuff, right? And so on the spirit box, I heard a girl come across and say, "Help me." And guy heard it too, and I'm like, "Brah, you heard that?" He's like, "Yeah, someone said help me." It was a girl, yeah. I'm like, "Yeah." And then you hear Corey and the guy getting excited in the back, and they're talking, and they're like, "Oh, oh, what you heard? You heard that?" So I go over there and like, "What did you guys hear?" They're like, "Oh, I just heard a girl down at the river by the waterfall call help me. You know, just call out for help." And I'm like, "What?" And both of them were nodding, and I'm like, "For real? We just heard it on the spirit box." And about a couple minutes later, Jello and Pokey come running up the trail. Yeah, they were down on the bottom. The river went down. We parked on the top. It went down, and then it merged into another river. They were on the other river, and they heard on the other side of the river a girl calling for help. So the weather, man, I really need to get a setup now that's rainproof. Yeah, so I can walk around in the rain with my camera and my equipment and not get wet. I'm thinking like some kind of big portable tent that I can like strap to my waist or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to try to figure it out. Because I would love to investigate these places in the pouring rain. You know, if I can just get off with muddy shoes, I'll be happy. But yeah. Anyways, have a great night, you guys. Take care. Thank you guys for tuning in. I see you guys next time. Aloha. That's weird. Okay, bye guys.